Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking about Season 1, Episode 1 called The Changeling. This episode has a lot of details and I'm here to give you my breakdown in theory. So let's start with the meaning of the title, The Changeling. A changeling, also historically referred to as an oaf, is a human-like creature found in folklore throughout Europe. A changeling was believed to be a fairy that had been left in place of a human stolen by other fairies. According to legend, the abducted human children are given to the devil or used to strengthen fairy stock. In the beginning of the episode, Apollo is looking for books to read, and as you can see in this picture, there were some books that I was familiar with, such as Tales Before Tolkien and Teller of Tales. What these books have in common is that both are about fantasy and folklore. The first main storyline focused on Apollo in 2010. The used dealer noticed librarian Emma sitting at her desk, and then he proceeds to ask her out on their first date. Emma continues to say no until one day she finally gives in. This mirrors a similar experience that happens to Apollo's parents in 1968. Apollo's father, Brian, did the exact same thing to Apollo's mother, Secretary Lydian. Brian had to wait a little longer to get that yes, though with them not dating until 1977. I love how episode 1 goes into a little deep dive of the past and the future, which I think it might do throughout the season. So fast forward when the couple both goes on a date and they talk about their families. Even though they were brought up a little different, still had to deal with past and trauma. Apollo and Emma goes their separate ways temporarily because Emma stated that she was leaving and going to Brazil. When she comes back, Emma tells Apollo what happened where she went to Salvador and stayed with a family. There was a lake there, a lagoon. The family told her not to go, but she didn't listen. She goes to the lake and meets an old woman that grabs her wrist and put a red string around it. Now this tradition dates back to 200 years ago in Brazil. The ribbon is typically tied around the wrist, making 3 knots. Each knot represents a wish. Some even assign deeper characteristics to the ribbon color. The wishes are said to come true when the ribbon falls off on its own. Now we get to know her 2 wishes, and according to Emma's friend Michelle, the 2 wishes are a good husband and a healthy child. But what is Emma's 3rd wish? Michelle stated to Apollo that there was a man she met while she was on a trip, a Norwegian photographer. They went explore and found this DK factory. Photographer leaves the camera and Emma decided that she wants to be in the photo. The one she takes herself and takes the photo nude. Her friend stated that Emma was looking into the camera like a sorceress, which is a witch. It seems that Michelle wanted to hint something happened to her down there on the trip, because as she stated to Apollo that she was very frightened when she first saw the photo. But just like any other TV show, the writers keep the 3rd wish a secret. Towards the end of the episode, Emma delivers her baby on the subway and both couples are happy for now. There were some clues that talks about superstition, like the quote on the subways, which that quote comes from Stevie Wonder's song called Superstition. Then you have the book that Apollo found in his mother's box, and that book is called To the Waters and the Wild. This book is actually a short story about a creepy fantasy filled with odd superstitions and fairies and dark intentions. But remember, they don't like to be called fairies. I enjoy episode 1. I love the story and I love how they put an in-depth dialogue from both characters, Emma and Apollo. Now I would say this, they try to put some humor in it and I wasn't pleased. I did not like it and it wasn't working for me. I would rate this episode an 8 out of 10. Let me know your theories about episode 1. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, and until then, see you later.